Since 2011, local people in their local regions have been identifying and responding to their local issues as part of GRDC's Regional Cropping Solutions Network.
They are very tangible benefits being involved on this because the things they come up with are often placed in their port zones or in their region, so they can see real benefits and real tangible benefits of their work.
With a long family farming background, Julianne coordinates the RCSN.
In the Western region there are 5 port zones, and each of those are represented on the CBH port zone areas. So there's Kwinana West, Kwinana East, Geraldton, Esperance and Albany port zones.
Profitability and productivity are the drivers. But this grassroots group connects local growers, farming system networks, agribusinesses and researchers, feeding back all manner of localised information and priorities to GRDC.
There's a good mix of industry and farmers on the groups. There's 12 on each of those, and about 8 of those are farmers and the balance are consultants or agronomists and that sort of thing, which really add balance to there, and also the research component works really well.
The 12 members meet twice annually and carry out some crucial roles throughout the year.
In that period of time, we want them to make sure they're talking to their local farmers, going to as many field days as they can, gathering ideas, but also the main things that are impacting on farmers in their port zones in regard to their profitability. And when they come to us every 6 months, they bring those ideas with them and we discuss all of them.
RCSN issues and research ideas are vast and many. Break crops, machinery, soil, and here in Dale in WA's Beverley Shire, frost initiatives.
So Ben, what are some of the key things that came up at that last Brookton Open Forum in August?
Yeah, it was good to see the growers were aware of the frost performance days.
We looked at, for example, does burning impact on the level of frost in different paddocks, and they found that yes, there is some of that works. There's been also some case studies and interviews with farmers on different techniques that they do for purchasing of machinery, for example, and it's one of the biggest costs on their farm. So how do they go about that? Do they lease those machines? Do any of them combine ownership of them? Do they hire purchase? How do they buy their gear? How often do they turn it over?
Julianne says the value of RCSNs lies in the capacity to identify acutely areas of local need.
The RCSNs themselves are the ones that will say, this is a big issue for us and this is why. It's impacting on a large area of the zone, it's impacting heavily on profits.
Open forums, involving at times hundreds of locals, provide GRDC a two-way touch point with farmers and industry representatives.
So there may be 200 or 300 different ideas or issues come through the open forums at each open forum. And the RCSN members consider that at their member meeting, and then they rank those. So they rank those on how does that impact on profitability in the general region? Is it across the whole shire? Is it across the whole region? Is it across the whole port zone? And then how much does it impact on their farming and profitability? So it's actually quite a rigorous process, and then they are filtered and given to GRDC for further consideration.
Julianne says the RCSNs are a great opportunity for locals to ensure their levies are put to work exactly where they're needed.
I really encourage farmers to come along to the open forums, and we have them every 6 months, and the point of that is really for them to have a say on how their levies are spent.